What's up YouTube, FloozyPooYT back here with another Mobile Legends video, and today I plan on teaching you guys how to build more effectively. A question that I get a lot, not even only from my subscribers but also from my personal friends. So today I do plan on teaching you guys how to build your fighters. First off, we're gonna be, as you guys can see, there's 6 classes. There's tank, fighter, assassin, mage, marksman, and support. And between all these classes, you need to know what these classes all excel in. So when it comes to being a tank, you need to know that the tank needs health, the tank needs armor, the tank needs magical resistance, and the tank needs just defense in general, and it needs health. So that's what you need to build your tank around. So as you guys can see, this is exactly what I build my my Minotaur around. I built him around mainly so I built him with Oracle. I built him unique passive. The unique passive for this is 4 seconds after being attacked, the hero will regen 4% HP. This effect lasts 8 seconds and has an effect has an 8-second cooldown time. Okay, I got that kind of mixed up. And then after that, I have Demon's Advent, which the passive, when an enemy hero attacks, this ability will reduce his or her attack power 4%. This effect lasts 2 seconds and can stack up to 3 times. So as you guys can see, I'm really building at the moment, and when it comes to beginning game, I'm building on magical resistance and also armor with little health on the side, just to make sure that there's a balance between there's a balance in my tank. And then after that, I have immortality, which is 800 HP, 40% or 40 magic resistance, and basically after you die, you come back with 15% more HP, and the cooldown time for that is 180 seconds. So that's very helpful for those situations when the tank dies and he can just come back to life and he'll still be able to fight. Then after that, I have Dominance Ice, 500 mana, 70 armor, 5% crit rate reduction, and 20% cooldown reduction is the unique. And the unique passive Arctic Cold lowers movement speed 5%, lowers attack speed 30% for nearby enemy heroes. Now I mainly have this for when I'm going against marksmen and stuff. So say if I'm in a match and there's like a Clint, a Meyer, something like that, a marksman that deals a shit ton of damage, I usually have Dominance Ice on just to be able to slow that down a little. And actually, instead of having Curse Helmet on, I'm going to go ahead and put on Heart of Steel, just cause these two items, just cause Dominance Ice and Heart of Steel, they basically complement each other. Because with this, you have a 5% crit strike reduction, and with Heart of Steel, you have 20% crit strike reduction. So with that being said, you have 25% crit strike reduction in all. And after all that is said and done, that's 36, 40, 76 magic resistance, and 54 armor with 75 health regen. 54 plus 70, that's around 124, I think. Let me know if I'm off. 154 armor basically, with 25% crit damage reduction. Then with that, you lowering their attack speed and their physical power by 20%. So all in all, this tank build is amazing as fuck. And I might actually make a new series with all these builds that I'm explaining to you guys. I might make a series in which I play with these builds so you guys can actually see how these builds work. So let's go ahead and move on to the fighter. Fighter is one of my favorites, and we're gonna go to Freya, because Freya is my favorite character. Well, actually my favorite character when it comes to the fighters. And I have on the warrior boots, mainly for the unique passive, and also it adds 22 armor. I don't even care about the movement speed in general. The unique passive is Valor. Physical defense will go up 3 with each basic attack received, for an increase for up to 15 points lasting 3 seconds. So basically, every time she gets attacked, her defense goes up by 3, and it goes up to 15 all in all. So that's 22 plus 15, 22 plus 10, 32 plus 5, 37 in all. So the boots basically have 37 armor. Then I get a little bit of life steal, Tooth of Greed. You guys should all know what Tooth of Greed is if you guys do play Mobile Legends. Then after that I get Crazed Reaper, mainly for the passive also, once again. Plus it adds health and attack speed, which adds to her tankiness, and that complements the Tooth of Greed with that attack speed and that extra power. You're gaining more health. So all in all, good for a fighter. You want health, you want durability. That's what fighters need. The passive is Steamroll. Basic attack will lower target's physical armor by 7. This effect can stack up to 5 times. So basically you can lower their physical armor by 70 if you... No, did I just say 70? I'm retarded. Not 70, but 35 if you do this correctly. And then after that I have Demon's Advent. When an enemy hero attacks, this ability will reduce his or her attack power 4%. This effect lasts 2 seconds, can stack up to 3 times. So there we go. There goes the tankiness of the Freya, and I'm thinking about adding a little bit more. I might add a little bit more. Then after that I have the Blade of Despair. This is mainly to complement her second skill, which is after you hit him 3 times in a row, the third strike is going to be a crit. And as you guys can see, the unique passive of this piece of armor complements her second skill, because the passive is Despair. Deal an extra 15% damage to an enemy in any abnormal state, stunned, knocked down, airborne, transformed, or disabled. So basically if they're stunned and I have Demon's Advent on, I'm gonna be dealing an extra 15% more damage. And Blade of Destruction, I mainly have that one for the extra critical chance. So that's basically 10% plus 20%, that's 30% critical chance. And it adds 50% crit damage to all of the crits that I hit. So all in all, she's doing extra damage. So with Freya, I have attack speed, I have life steal, I have a little bit of durability, I have some armor, and on top of that I have 15% extra damage if they're in an abnormal state. So all in all, this is a very good build. Feel free to copy it, feel free to do whatever you please. Now let's go ahead and move on to the assassins, and my favorite assassin is Hayabusa. As you guys know, if you guys do watch all of my gameplays, Hayabusa is my favorite assassin. I have the movement speed boots just because I jungle a lot with Hayabusa. Then I have the cooldown reduction and the physical attack. All in all, this is literally just for the physical attack. 100 physical attack in the beginning of the game is freaking amazing. The unique passive, I really don't like it. It's really not good, at least like not from my perspective. I don't think it's good, but I mainly have this just for the physical attack. Then I have Wind Chaser. The Wind Chaser is mainly for the extra damage, and for those tanks that do get some armors to take off 40% of the armor, just because this Wind Chaser has 40% physical penetration. After that I get Tooth of Greed. I mainly have Tooth of Greed for his ultimate, because if you use his ultimate right, even if has absolutely no health, if you have Tooth of Greed on plus his passive on top of that, and if you guys don't know Hayabusa's passive, you guys should go check out my other Hayabusa gameplays. His passive is basically if you hit an enemy multiple times with an ability, he gains health back. Plus on top of that, his actual ultimate gains health back by itself. So with Tooth of Greed on, when you use it, I basically get full health. So it's very useful in those clutch situations when you're low as hell on health and you need some health back. So yeah, I have Blade of Despair. I don't even have it for its passive, but I do have on Blade of Despair so that I can have extra physical attack. I really don't care about the attack speed, just because most assassins are skill-based heroes. They don't really rely on their auto attacks, so I don't really build toward the auto attacks, but we will talk about auto attacks when we get to the Marksman. Then I have on Blade of Destruction. This is basically the complement to the Blade of Despair, as I was talking about with Freya. That is what this Blade of Destruction is for. Let's go ahead and move on to mages now. Now, when it comes to mages, I've never really used them, but the inexperience that I do have, I have experience with Karina, but in actual mage, we're going to be talking about Gord. I did just get done using him, With Gold, I have on Arcane Boots, which is plus 25 magic damage reduction. Basically, when someone hits you with a magical based attack, it's not going to do as much damage that it would usually do. It would take off probably like 25. I don't know the exact numbers. And then after that, I have Flame of Fury. The passive for this abilities will burn the target for 3 seconds, dealing 6% of the difference between target's current HP and one's own HP as magical damage. The reason why I have this on is due to the fact that his second ability is a DOT or dot type ability, and if you guys don't know what dot is damage over time. So due to the fact that it is a damage over time ability, this Flame of Fury's passive complements his skill. You always want to make sure that you guys always get items that complement your hero's skills, and we'll talk more about that when we get to the Marksman also, because I have something special for you guys, because Clint, my Clint build is a reflection of just plain skill complementing basically. Now then we're going to go over Frost. Its passive is skills that damage an enemy will carry a 10% slowdown effect. This effect lasts up to 3 seconds and can stack up to 3 times. Now with this one, this complements his first ability, which his first ability, if it hits you, it slows you for like 60%. So with that 60% plus this extra 10%, that's a 70% slow, so they're basically going absolutely nowhere. Now with that, we're gonna add the Astral Wand, and that gives you 40% physical penetration. Then its unique passive, Starlight. When HP is over 70%, the unique attribute for this equipment is increased 30%. And my health usually doesn't get that low with Gourd, so that's the only reason why I have this, is for that extra 70% penetration or magical penetration. So it complements just the way that I play Gourd personally. Now with that, I'm gonna add Bloodthirsty King, because I get a lot of kills and I get a lot of assists with Gourd, so that just adds on to my health regen. It gives me 75% health regen plus another 1550 HP. Its passive is a kill or assist regens 15% of the hero's HP within 5 seconds. So that actually, it complements the way this Astral Wand and Bloodthirsty King both complement the way that I play Gourd personally. Now with that, I'm gonna add Blood Wings plus 150 magical power. Unique passive, Covenant, adds Femiski, give me a sec, bro. Adds 2 HP for every 1 point of magical power added. So with that being said, Bloodthirsty King will complement this due to the fact that, Femiski, don't please. Bloodthirsty King complements Blood Wings. Actually, they complement each other first off, because for every 2 HP that I have, that adds another point of magical power. Then I have freaking 1550 HP. So then for every, I don't know the exact math, but you guys get the point. That's a lot of freaking HP or magical power that I'm gaining just off of this passive alone, Covenant. So with that being said, also Bloodthirsty King is complementing Blood Wings due to the fact that a kill or assist regens 20% of the hero's HP within 5 seconds. So within 5 seconds, this also gives you health or whatever. So, oh my god, Femiski, please don't. What was I gonna say? It messed up my line of thought. But anyway, let's move on to the Marksman. And like I said, I was gonna talk about Clint, and Clint is by far one of my favorite characters. Like when it comes to most OP characters, he's like top tier with me. But let's go ahead and talk about his build. I have on Swift Boots plus 15% attack speed plus 40% movement speed. Is pretty self-explanatory. When it comes to Marksmans, you guys want to think of attack speed, crit builds, life steal, things of that sort. Then I added, right off the bat, I add physical attack and 40% physical penetration, just so I can have a little kick during early game. After that, we're gonna put on Endless Battle. Now, when you have on Endless Battle, I'm about to show you guys why it complements his build so much. So let's go look at Clint's passive. Okay, this is the one time I'm going to show you guys and give you guys a live example. So Clint's passive is where's his ability? Okay, quick draw. Within 4 seconds after releasing his skill, next basic attack will penetrate targets along a straight line, dealing 120% damage. So basically, after each basic attack he does, or after every skill that he uses, his next basic attack will deal damage in a straight line, dealing 120% damage of basic attacks. So with that being said, if you go back to the prep and look at the passive of Endless Battle, I might need a gum here. Look at the passive of Endless Battle, the unique passive Divine Justice. After using this ability, the next basic attack will have an additional 70% physical damage as true damage. This effect has a 2-second cooldown. So with that being said, after every single skill that you use, basically, you're going to be dealing an extra 120% plus 70%, which is 190% damage to the target. Now, if you add that 190% damage, and then on top of that, another, say if you hit him with a crit, that's like 170% crit. Plus, if you have on Blade of Destruction, 170 plus 50, is that 220? I think that's 220. I'm too lazy to do the math right now, but it's around 220% extra damage, and that's a crap ton of damage. So that's like around a 2,200 crit right there if they have on no armor. Now, with that being said, that's a perfect example of getting items that complement the hero's actual build. Now, on to the next. We're going to be talking about Blade of Destruction. Blade of Destruction basically just to add another 50% crit damage and also critical strike chance. After that, we're going to get Scarlet's Phantom Frenzy. Crit strikes will increase the hero's attack speed 35% and crit strike rate 10%, lasting 2 seconds. This is very helpful, especially when it comes to team fights, because if you are a marksman with a ton of crit, you're going to be dealing crits all the time. And if you look at the passive, it doesn't have a cooldown rate. So as long as you keep hitting crits every 2 seconds, or if you hit crits within 2 seconds after each one, your attack speed will always be above 35%. Plus, on top of that, your crit strike rate will always be above 10%. So that's why Scarlet Phantom is really an OP ass item, because of the buff that it gives your marksman in general. Now after that, I'm gonna get the Blade of Despair, plus 25% attack speed, plus 10% critical strike chance. I didn't really get it for the passive. I read the passive in the beginning of the video. As you guys all know, this video is actually about to be 20 minutes long. That's crazy. It doesn't feel like I've been talking for 20 minutes. But other than that, I'm not going to really get into support, because support is mainly mages. Plus, Lolita's a tank. Rafaela, she's a freaking mage, basically. All of them are mages. They haven't really came out with an actual like support yet. But let's break down all of these classes. When it comes to supporting mages, you want to have health, and on top of health, you want to have magical damage. When it comes to marksmen, you're going to have attack speed, you want to have crit, and you want to have lifesteal. When it comes to attack, when it comes to assassins, you want to have plain attack speed with some lifesteal if it complements the character's actual abilities. After that, with the fighters, you want to have durability, and on top of that durability, you want to have attack speed with physical power and armor, which like you gotta like put all that together. As you guys can see in my Freya build, feel free to copy it if you guys need to. Now on top of that, when you're playing a tank, you want to have nothing but durability. You want to be just hard as hell to kill, and that's the end of it. You just want to be hard as hell to kill. Now, if you guys did enjoy this was a pretty long tutorial. I just want to teach you guys how to build you guys as heroes more effectively, because I get a lot of questions on it. I don't want any of you guys using any of the default builds that Mobile Legends gives you by default. Like, those builds are absolute trash. You guys don't want to use those, and that's basically it. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Feel free to comment something else that you guys need help on. I'm here for you guys. I'm here to help. Also, on top of that, I'm starting these 2 brand new series. I'm gonna put those 2 brand new series in another video, probably in the gameplay video. I'll let you guys know. And I hope you guys did enjoy. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And FloozyPooYT out.
Like me, what the do I care? I get money, what the do I care? I was posted on the block where try to rob and you get shot dead. I'm a monster, I'm a goblin. I go hard and I'm a rocket. I spent 13 on the wallet, just a black card in the wallet. The car key plus the started. Thought I told y'all